Welcome to Appalachia, man. We're in northeastern Pennsylvania, hun. Every time I visit my folks back east, I take a day to go to the mountains and explore, and this time I wanted to go explore Pennsylvania and the town of Jim Thorpe, which was pretty much named after this Native American athlete who lived in Oklahoma, and when he died, they couldn't bury him there. So they said, hey, let's take him up to this small little town in Pennsylvania. It'd be good for tourism. So allegedly, they have his remains here in this town. We're gonna get to the bottom of that story and talk to the locals and get their perspective to see if we can really understand this complicated story. But this town was really gorgeous and surprised me in a lot of ways. Very old Victorian streets with bed and breakfasts, bookstores, coffee shops, restaurants, and one of the prettier mountain towns I think I've seen so far in Appalachia. So this is gonna be an interesting video. We're gonna talk to some people, get the perspective of what it's like living here. Asa Packer, who is a huge railroad and coal magnate, lived here and had a huge Victorian house in town and kind of controlled the whole area. As you can see here, this river is called the Lehigh River, and it's kind of the defining feature of this town, and really makes for a beautiful backdrop against all these trees. In 1954, the two boroughs of East Montchunk and West Montchunk combined to what is now Jim Thorpe, Pennsylvania.
Well, for years, there was a woman named Agnes McCartney who worked very hard to bring awareness to the town, kind of dubbed it the Little Switzerland, and really promoted tourism in the area. But before that, Jim Thorpe, who the town's now named after now, was having trouble finding a burial place. So the town made a deal, because the coal industry had left, to name the town after Jim Thorpe if the family said we could bury him here, which allegedly we did, but.
Yeah, I heard.
But
from Oklahoma?
He is, yeah, but at that time Native Americans couldn't be buried in the state, so they had trouble finding a place to lay them to rest. So I had a neighbor who worked for the railroad, and the night he supposedly came, he never showed up on the train. And my friend Ken's aunt waited at the cemetery for the body, and it never showed. So is it here, is it not? Nobody really knows. They haggle over the body from time to time and the burial place, but nobody really knows, unless I guess we have a few beers one night and dig them up, Yeah, that part of it I don't know, but somehow a deal was struck with Montchunk to name it the town Jim Thorpe, honor him, bury him here. If we indeed did that, and that's what happened. And from there, the tourism kind of took off, but there's a lot of interesting history. The first roller coaster is credited, to the old cars that used to bring the coal from Mount Pisgah down the mountain. So in the encyclopedia, when we used to have them before the internet, the encyclopedia is always credited Montchunk for the first roller coaster.
So this was mining town in 1800s?
Yeah, into the, I think, early 1900s.
Early 1900s?
Yeah.
What are the challenges of living here as a resident? Like, making a living here, I would imagine, is a little tough.
Yeah, well, traffic. The town's in a valley, and it is Little Switzerland. They dubbed it that. So there's not a lot of room once you get in here, kind of bottlenecks. So during heavy season like now, when the leaves are changing, getting in and out of town is definitely one of the kind of major challenges. I used to live on the street, which I got off of them a little further on the outskirts now, which is nice, but living on the street was just a nightmare. If you had to go to work or move around, you couldn't do it.
And are you originally from here?
Well, my family is from here, and then I was born in Allentown, but I ended up moving here when I was 6 because my family was here. So.
Years ago.
That's funny you say that. I was just talking to somebody walking down the street, and I was talking about how we used to have free reign as kids of this place. Like, there's an old castle, dilapidated castle, if you go up the Movie Hill Road, and now somebody bought it. They're trying to renovate it. Everybody sees like dollar signs on this town, and we used to go into houses that were abandoned and see what was in there, and there was a lot to explore. Today it's like everything's more about business and people making profits. Like, houses are now like Airbnbs, and so in that regard, it's it's become like a business mecca, where back in the day, and I actually left Los Angeles to come back here. I was out there for 10 years, yeah.
Well, I understand why you came back.
Right, yeah. And now people are falling out of the sky into Jim Thorpe.
Well, people are falling out of the sky into Jim Thorpe. If he says so, all right. This whole renaming a town after a Native American athlete was kind of a real debacle. It was debated in the courts for years, appealed, and finally the court said, sure, bury this guy here. So that was the end of it, and I'm not aware of another U.S. city that has been renamed in this kind of fashion, but if you do know of a mountain town or any town that has a similar story, please drop me a comment. And there's no shortage of outdoor recreation because we're in the mountains and everyone likes to do the same things. Hunt, fish, hike, bike, whitewater rafting, it's all here. You can do this at the Lehigh Gorge State Park, which is right outside town. And I saw a bunch of people with their mountain bikes and doing all sorts of fun stuff out there. So outdoor recreation, obviously not too far from the center of town. And I really do feel this is a great area to explore. And as the people we've been talking to have said, take the time to explore the surrounding areas. The downtown's fun and, it's old and cute and everything, but the magic of most mountain towns is not really the town itself, but what surrounds the town. And what you're seeing here is basically me riding a trolley bus that takes you through the center of town and out towards the surrounding mountains. And it was run by this really fun girl who will keep you entertained the entire ride, I guarantee you that. She's very good at what she does. And I believe I paid somewhere around $30, $40 for a ticket or less. I don't really remember. But it was worth it, and I'm glad I did it. So there's also a train you can take called the Lehigh Gorge Scenic Railway, and that's another pretty ride I recommend as well.
And Jim Thorpe, what should people know about this place? How'd you end up here?
Well, I didn't end up here. I was born and raised here.
Okay.
So I've been a resident in Jim Thorpe Borough for 59 years. And why do I stay here? Because of the residents that live here. There's no better place for me to live than Jim Thorpe, Pennsylvania, in Carbon County.
Gotcha. Does everyone kind of look after each other in this small town?
It's small town America. Everybody's always, there was a time in Jim Thorpe where everybody knew everybody's name up and down the street. Things have changed, obviously, over the years, but we still have that small town community, the tightness, from our volunteer fire company to our police departments to everything that's in Jim Thorpe. We have a lot to offer there.
What's the history of this place? Was it a mining town in the early 1900s? And was it kind of rough and tumble back in the day?
Well, there was canal and where they did some mining up in Mount Pisgah, and then you got into railroading and the switchback gravity railroad. And it was actually two boroughs. You had East Mock Chunk and Mock Chunk. Mock Chunk is where you are right now.
I was in,
and then over to East Side. You were in East Mock.
And I was like, this doesn't look like the pictures.
Yeah, welcome to Jim Thorpe when you park on the East Side to visit the West. But yes, I mean, that's how it was set up. And then obviously back in the 50s there, the town came together as one borough, and they renamed the borough from Mock Chunk and East Mock Chunk. And then there's Upper Mock Chunk also, which is up in the Heights. And they were two boroughs, and they became one, and they called themselves Jim Thorpe.
Very good. When people visit here, maybe they have like 4 or 5 hours. What should they do?
Well, one, I think obviously you should visit around Jim Thorpe and see what's going on in Jim Thorpe. And the train station, maybe take a ride in the train, take a walk up to the many shops that are offered here in Jim Thorpe. Stop in, get something to eat, something to drink. But then there's other areas. I mean, as Carbon County Commissioner, I'll tell you, you can go to Lansford. There's a coal mine in Lansford. You can go down to Weisport and read about the canals and everything we have down there. There's a lot to do right in Carbon County. Take a ride up to Nescahoning. I mean, there's areas, there's a lot of great eateries around Carbon County, down to Palmerton. I mean, I tell everybody, don't just centralize on Jim Thorpe. That may be the reason you're coming here,
right,
but visit all over the county.
Guys, there's also two really, really nice, somewhat expensive restaurants. They're a little bit more than some of the other ones in town, but I have to tell you, they're very, very good. The distillery up there, so you can get jacked up or knocked back down, depending on the beverage you pick. All right? And if you ask me my favorite restaurant, ladies and gentlemen, I would tell you this green one. Hey! I would tell you this green one right here. This is called Oro's. This is my favorite place to eat in town. They have a cute little outdoor patio area now as well. All right, go in there and ask for Mike the bartender. Eat it until the trolley comes so we can complete stop. But in the meantime, I like to use this as my last little sing-along, and I like to change the words from New York, New York to Jim Thorpe, Jim Thorpe. Woo-hoo!
Well, part of the fun of going out here to Appalachia is, you know, getting a good mix on your Spotify and just enjoying the sunset. Now, sorry about this angle. I'm in a rental car here, and I had limited room for my dash cam. But if you play a little Charles Wesley Godwin or Tyler Childers in this part of the country, everything just feels right. And I'm all about road trips. So thanks again. I'm the Western Nomad. I visit cool mountain towns all over the western and eastern United States. Drop me a comment if you like this video.